running a calibration load. We're going to get our yield calibrated as well as our moisture. But it's running, and it's running pretty decent. Just a little bit we ran there. Just to get everything in the field, we ran some. But seems to be good wheat, which is what we want, good wheat. We're gonna lose some straw here just so we don't suck a bunch of grass up. So we'll get this opened up, get it calibrated, and I'll be able to talk more with you guys. But we're eating wheat 25 feet at a time. And yield, moisture, first pass, obviously it's got to get a little better. It was good over on the other side. We're opening up the back section of the field now. Scale cart seems to not be working, so we're not going to be calibrated for a little while, because since I already have some dumps in the truck, I can't use the truck as my calibration, so we're just going to run this load out uncalibrated and then come back, and maybe the next one will be our calibration load. But oh well, it should be awfully close. But looking at our weight calibration list, we don't even have last year's in there for some reason. We have 2 years ago and the one I just tried doing, but somehow it lost last year's cal. So it's probably going to be off a little bit, but we'll see. Right now we're running pretty bad. There's not a lot of wheat here, but anyway, once we get out into the middle, it should be running better. It was running about 100 on the first pass on the way up, on the way down, so hopefully we're close to that. If we can figure out this issue, we'll be golden. I don't know why it overheats like this. It was low on coolant when we got out here because it did it as soon as we got here. Once I get up there, we'll top it off again, but I don't think it's leaking anywhere. I can't find anywhere where it's leaking. Average is getting better. I don't know if that's the right moisture or not. We're going to check this hopper because this hopper will be consistent. It was just a down and back right here in one small area. I think Dad ran up to the farm. I'll see if he's still here. Well, I guess it wasn't a coolant issue. The belt that runs the big rotary screen back there broke, and then the brushes that's supposed to brush that screen off are just flat out missing for some reason. So I don't know what that's all about. Dad dropped the wagons off with the Massey, so we head back to the farm to get some parts off of the other one. Just a belt, and see if there's brushes on the other one too, I guess. So he'll be back, and then we'll get going again. We've got about 600 bushel done, so another combine load or so will fill that up. And then it's on the road. I'm honestly surprised the elevator we got hauled to is open on Sunday. Usually they're not. Being an ADM facility, they're not usually too keen on being open for extended hours a lot of the times. They're open till 7. So. And we do have, it's like a 35-mile jaunt up to that elevator and then back. So I think the plan is while I'm gone with that, Uncle Billy's going to come out and run wagons up to the bin so that the combine never stops. And then once I get back, we'll see. I don't know what the lines are going to look like, anything like that. Once I get back, we'll load the truck up again and do it all over. We are headed back to the farm now. We just left ADM. Moisture was 15. Test weight was 58, so nothing special. It's pretty much right on the money for not getting docked. But ADM isn't docking anything over or under 16.5 for moisture. They're just taking shrink, so we're good with that. We're going to keep rolling. Obviously, we're not going to stop rolling. There's no reason not to. We got 3 days to get as much done as we can. So get home, see if Dad's been running. They were working on that weight wagon when I left, so hopefully that's not a big deal. There goes the mighty 9550. I don't know how many acres they got done while I was gone. It looks like probably another 5. Might be 16, 17 acres into this field. You'd see there's a small strip over there we gotta get yet, but it's got some rye contaminant in it, and it gets heavier as it gets this way. So we'll start in the back and just kind of go up until we feel like there's too much rye in it. That is our 10 acres of rye seed over there, though. There comes Uncle Billy with the Massey in the other wagon. Oh yeah. Alright, well, we'll get this tarp, pull it out of the way. Leave the truck out here just in case we need to keep it. But looks pretty organized out here right now, but tomorrow at this time it'll be organized chaos is what it will be. We'll hopefully have the grain cart out here, and then there'll be the guy who we hire round bale for us will come out with his baler, 2 hay wagons. We'll be probably have our rake out here to split windrows for our square baler, and then we'll be out here square baling and have the accumulator and all that out here, and then have our skid steer out here and have our trailers out here. Wheat harvest, just you got to just focus in on one thing, because your brain can go so many different directions with wheat harvest. It's unreal. So during the day you just focus on combining, let the baler guy do his thing round baling. If we have an extra guy, we'll throw him in the square baler, and then when it's too tough to go at 9, 10 o'clock at night, you switch over, start picking up bales. You pick up bales until there's no more bales left to pick up, and then you go to bed at midnight, 1 o'clock, and start it all over again the next day. Pretty easy days. They're not strenuous, it's not difficult. They're just long, which I'm okay with. But, yep. Gonna keep on rolling. We'll see. I don't know if this load will get up to the elevator or not. It's 5:15, 5:30ish now. They close at 7. It takes an hour to get there, so probably not gonna make it. So, but I can dump it in the bin and come out and get filled again. We're just out here splitting windrows now. Run that tire right on the edge of the windrow, and we get a perfect split. A little 273 can't handle these 25-foot windrows, at least not when there's this much straw in them, but we have ran them in the past and not had issues, but the last couple of years we've had some pretty tall wheat, so we split the windrows. I'm splitting 10 25-foot windrows, so we'll have 20 rows to bale tomorrow. We'll see how many bales we get. Hoping somewhere between 800 and 1,200 bales. So we'll see. Well, Dad just called, said he's shutting down. We got 37.5 acres done today. We have 100 acres total. So we are just over a third of the way done. So hopefully we can get well over 2/3 of the way done tomorrow. That will do a really big chunk, and that would be good. The truck's sitting here full, ready to go in the morning to the elevator. I've got the square baler and the accumulator hooked onto the 4440. That's all ready to go for tomorrow. If somebody gets a second and can abandon their job for a bit, they can jump on and square bale. One thing is we got to get twine tomorrow. We got to get some 7200 poly twine, and then this thing will be tip-top ready to go. And then, yeah, so we hauled one truckload to the elevator, and I have no idea how many wagons came up here to the bin. I should probably walk over there and bang on the door and see where it's at. But it was quite a few. He was hopping. Basically, Dad was just slightly faster than Uncle Billy when it came to grain moving. So eventually Dad did catch him. That's when he topped the truck off this last time. And so yeah, but it's a pretty good plan. We can keep grain moving fairly well. So basically by the time I get back from the elevator, Dad has caught Uncle Billy and he's waiting for a little bit, and then he can use me as a buffer, fill me while Uncle Billy's catching up unloading wagons, and then go back to me on the road. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for day 2 of wheat harvest. That'll be in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.